Friedrich Nietzsche was born in 1844 in Prussia and was a German philosopher, cultural critic, and classical philologist. He is considered one of the most influential philosophers of the modern era and has had a significant impact on a wide range of fields, including philosophy, psychology, literature, and popular culture. One of Nietzsche's most famous ideas is the concept of the death of God, which appears in his book The Gay Science. Nietzsche believed that the traditional concept of God, as a moral authority figure, had lost its influence in modern society and that this marked the end of an era of traditional values and morals. The death of God refers to Nietzsche's belief that traditional Western values, which are centered on the idea of a moral and just God, are no longer relevant or meaningful. Nietzsche argued that the Christian God, who was seen as the source of morality and justice in the Western tradition, had lost his power and influence in the modern world. As a result, Nietzsche believed that the concept of God was dying, and that this represented a profound shift in the way that people think about morality and meaning in life. Nietzsche argued that the death of God was a necessary step in the development of humanity. He believed that the traditional values and beliefs that were tied to the concept of God had become outdated and were holding people back from reaching their full potential. Without the constraints of traditional values and beliefs, Nietzsche believed that people would be able to embrace their own individuality and creativity, and create new meanings and values for themselves. While Nietzsche's ideas about the death of God have been influential and have sparked much debate and discussion, they have also been controversial and have been interpreted in many different ways. Some have seen Nietzsche's ideas as a call to embrace nihilism and reject all traditional values, while others have seen them as a call to embrace individualism and create new values and meanings for oneself. In the absence of traditional moral values, Nietzsche argued that people should embrace their primal instincts and create their own values based on their own desires and needs. This idea has been interpreted in different ways, but it is often seen as a call to individualism and self-expression. Another important concept in Nietzsche's philosophy is the idea of the Übermensch, or Superman. Nietzsche believed that the Übermensch was a new type of human being who would be able to create their own values and live a life of self-overcoming, rather than being bound by traditional values or societal norms. The concept of the Übermensch is most famously associated with Nietzsche's doctrine of the will to power, which he saw as the fundamental driving force behind all human action and striving. According to Nietzsche, the will to power is the desire to overcome one's limitations and become more than one currently is. The Übermensch is the ultimate realization of this will to power, a being who has fully embraced their own self-overcoming and self-transcendence. Nietzsche believed that the Übermensch represented a new type of human being, one who was able to create their own values and meaning in life, rather than simply accepting the values and meanings imposed on them by society or tradition. He saw the Übermensch as a necessary step in the evolution of humanity, a being who would be able to overcome the nihilism and meaninglessness that he saw as afflicting modern society. Nietzsche's philosophy also includes ideas on the concept of power and the will to power, as well as the idea of eternal recurrence, which suggests that the universe and all events within it are destined to repeat themselves indefinitely. Nietzsche's ideas have been both influential and controversial. On the one hand, his philosophy has been seen as a call to individualism and self-expression, and has influenced many great thinkers and artists. On the other hand, his ideas have also been used to justify harmful ideologies, such as Nazism, and have been criticized for their elitism and lack of concern for the welfare of others. In conclusion, Friedrich Nietzsche was a complex and influential philosopher whose ideas continue to be studied and debated today. His philosophy includes ideas on the death of God, the Übermensch, power and the will to power, an eternal recurrence, and has had a significant impact on modern thought. It is important to approach Nietzsche's ideas with critical thinking and to consider their historical context.